YouTube, what up, man? It's your boy Joe Simmer, and check it out, man. In today's video, your boy's back. All right, I'm back in business. I am back, man, and it feels great, man. This is like my first video in like a month or so, maybe almost 2 months. You know, just sometimes you got to put a hold on certain things, right? So like for YouTube, I had to put a hold on it so I could get my schoolwork done and do stuff like that. And I'm back on it now. So it feels good, man. This feels amazing. It feels amazing to sit down and record and be back, man. So first game back, I actually matched up with a guy named sSickened. Okay, so this guy, he actually played Throne. So he played Throne in, I think it was Madden 20 or Madden 21. He played Throne in the Rams Club Championship, back when they were doing the Club Championships. I don't think they do that anymore. At least last year they didn't, and I don't think they did in Madden 22. So, but this guy's really good, man. And it came down to the very last play, which was absolutely insane. Just the whole drive was just, it was crazy. But let's hop into it, man. Also, real quick, before we hop into this, Madden is over, right? So, you know, Madden season is basically over. If you're still playing Madden, then you are definitely a Madden head for sure. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be uploading chess. So I've been wanting to get into chess a lot, man. I feel like there's just so many benefits to chess. You know, I can stay sharp mentally. And it's good for strategy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be uploading some chess videos. I do have like 5 or 6 more Madden videos I'm going to be uploading. But yeah, man, I think that's basically it. Just a little update, you know, just boy's been out for a minute, but I'm back, man. And so, I don't plan on going anywhere. What happened was I took too much school. Like I took too much with my lifestyle, like with boxing, jiu-jitsu, YouTube, and my job, and to take like the classes I took in school was just way too much for me to handle. So I had to put certain things aside, which is what I was saying. You know, sometimes you just got to take a step back, man, do what's best for you, and then come back. So now that all that's over, that was a learning experience. So I will not stress myself out like that again. And also, I always want to be on the YouTube grind. So I'm back, man, and changing that for good. But I say that every time. So let's see. Let's see how that works out this time. But anyways, hopping into it. Sorry for the long intro, man. An almost 2-minute video or 2-minute intro, but he hits this right here. First play of the game. Now I want you to see what he did. Also, I know our teams are a little bit outdated, which there's nothing wrong with that. The concepts are still going to work. It's just the reads may be a little bit different because everybody's 99 now. Okay. This was before everybody was 99. I actually matched up with this guy at like 3 a.m. It was like middle of the night. I just got off of work and matched up with him. And this dude was just, he was dotting. But I want you to see, as soon as he throws this, he clicks on and runs to the left. Okay? So he runs to the left. And as you see, Carmichael lights up. Okay, so he lights up, which is going to knock that ball out. Okay, because I think I had deep in on Carmichael. Or I had some sort of knockout. So what he did is, as soon as he clicked on, he ran to the left. Okay, I'm not going to pause it that much, but that's really important, is to avoid knockouts, to avoid tackles, stuff like that, man. You're definitely gonna have to kind of click on and then move. You know what I mean? But this is a really good combo right here, as you see on the left side. Anytime there's a single receiver on the left side, I like to run this combo. So I have the deep quarter, and then I'll man up the free safety with that receiver. Especially, I think this was the brand new Calvin Johnson. I don't know who that is. I honestly, I don't even remember. Like, I haven't played Madden in so long, so I don't even know who's on my team, honestly. But as you see, I just get the running back, okay? And I'm okay with giving that up. You know, you should always be okay with giving that up. And so here I switch from nickel normal to 3-5 wide, okay? And I'm just, basically, I just have 2 purples out there, and I'm just playing real kind of basic stock coverage. Nice little pigtail drag right there. But as you see, this guy can play. I feel like I had the better team, and I think that was my advantage. You know, when you are playing somebody at such a high level, he's doing a lot of motioning. He was messing with my kind of with my mentality, but that's just great defense right there because he was doing a lot of motion. Whenever somebody does a lot of motion against me, it kind of messes me up. And that's why I do the same thing to other people. So I'll go from bunch to tight and stuff like that. But now I'm in dollar, so I'm running a cover 6. All right, now this is really key right here. This is how good this guy is, okay? And shout out to this guy 100%, man. If he had a better team, I think he would have definitely beat me. But as you see, I backed up that corner on the left side, okay? So him being a good player, these are the things that you got to recognize is I backed that corner up. And so what is he going to do? Well, if I back the corner up, then he's going to take advantage of that. That's a great read. I just think he got a bad rack animation. So I kind of lucked out right there, but I'm okay with that, right? Hits me with the no huddle. And now he's doing a lot of switching, as you see. So he's going from, tight to other formations and stuff like that. So I'm having to really adjust on the fly. And this was when I was playing Madden a lot. This is probably the best I was at Madden. I don't think I'm that good anymore, but this is the best I've ever been, was like about this skill level. And so I was playing him. We get him down to a 4th and 6, man. This is huge right here. This is absolutely huge. This is probably one of the biggest plays right here. If I can get a stop here, this is going to be huge. So I do the same thing. All right. So I end up manning the slot cornerback with that receiver. What I should have done is I should have manned up the slot cornerback with the running back. So looking back on it, that's something that I would have done, is do that. But either way, he hits me right in the seam, man. If I'm playing a lot of zone, he's noticing that I'm playing, lots of zone coverage. So the little vertical play with that little tight end wheel is just going to destroy that. I didn't have the right zones on the field. And then I paid the price because of it, right? But here's this. He was running that little pigtail, so I figured that was a pretty good route. So I ended up implementing that in my game. That's something that you can do when you play people, is if they do something and it's working against you, then you can do it to them. You know what I mean? And so right here, I'm trying to run a trap. I see a little bit of an opening, but I just couldn't run this year at all. And then, as you see, I go into tight and I try to throw it deep to London, and London hangs on to it, man. That was a great play. Surprisingly, Matty Ice got there. Surprisingly, he got there. And this is where I kind of choked. But I had the tight end wide open. But as you see, guys are just screaming in. What was he in? He was in, let's see, I forget. Yeah, so he's 3-3-5 to 3-3-5 wide, right? So if I had a little bit of extra time, I would have had Kelsey, but I didn't ID this guy right here, so I should have ID'd him, and maybe he would have got picked up. But either way, I just didn't have much time, so that was just, it was a good reaction by me. So I could have high passed to Kelsey, but I didn't. I guess in the moment, I just saw, I usually look down at the line and then I look downfield. And so I saw that and I threw it away. So don't be afraid, to throw it away. Just fight to live another down. But it does bring us to 3rd and 12. Okay, this play right here, I actually go from, this is one of the things that I love to do, is I'll be in bunch and I will audible to trips. All right. So there's bunch to trips. So I'm audibling from bunch to trips, okay? And the reason I do that is I try to mess with his coverages. So what a good player is going to do is as soon as you come out in defense, boom, they're already making adjustments, this and that. And if I wait just a second and then I audible, then that's just better for me, right? Because he has to readjust now. This is one of my favorite combinations to run is the play doesn't matter, but I have Hot Route Master, so I can kind of do whatever, you know what I mean? And so I put Kelsey on a post route, and I put London on a slant route, and then I put Carmichael on a little flat, and the flat is just to kind of try to mess with the zones a little bit, right? And so as you see, everybody's screaming. I end up getting Kelsey, which is usually my read. Kelsey's usually my read. He was open, but with the knockout ability, right? I just wasn't able to get something going. So I'm on I got a 4th and 12. I think this is the right call to go for it. It's early in the game. I think this is the right call to go for it. I'm very confident in my skill set. At least at the time playing Madden, I'm very confident in my skill set. And so I figured I could do this right here. I originally set this play up so I could hit Kelsey. And what you're going to see is I actually had Kelsey open and I didn't throw it to him. So I don't know where I was looking. I think I was looking for Carmichael or I was looking for B. But look at the pressure. I mean, it just screams in. I may have had Kelsey if I could freeform this pass like right around here. I might have had Kelsey, but I panicked when I saw this guy screaming in, and so I just kind of threw it. And also bad pocket by me. You know, if we look back, right, turnover on downs, but if you look back at the pocket, right, boom, I should have stepped up right here. If I stepped up right here, I probably would have had London right over the top right here. And I could probably freeform it. I don't know. I really don't know. But if I step up a little bit, I can definitely hit Kelsey on the left side. So that was just bad pocket, and it cost me. So pocket is really important, and even I make mistakes, okay? So I go back to nickel over. So I'm giving him different looks. I'm giving him dollar, nickel over, and a little bit of 3-3 to 3-3-5 wide. And as you see, I'm always on the running back side because I hate having to man up somebody to the running back, so I'd rather take the running back myself. And, you know, he's doing a lot of motioning. This is just, you know, it's great. It's great. End up getting a knockout. I think I brought that free safety down a little bit. I brought him down a little bit too much, which was a mistake. He's doing a lot of slants. This is just perfect defense right here. Perfect defense. And so I have my flats at 10. And so I figured I'd keep them right there, right? Now, this is a problem. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This is such a huge problem. So look at the defense right here. Boom. So I have my cloud flats to 10. All right, so I have this guy right here, this linebacker, right? Peppers is going out this way on a 10 zone drop, cloud flat. Okay, so he's having me, you know, he's having a lot of pigtails out there, a lot of slant routes, stuff like that. I'm doing the same kind of combination. So I'm manning up the free safety with the outside, with the single side receiver. And then I have a cloud flat here in case there is an out route or something. Okay. This defense right here worked. So what I should have done is I should have run almost the exact same thing, but I never ran this play again. That's another problem, which is what separates a pro player from a regular player like me, is I should have ran this defense like more than once. I just ran it once. That was great user by me, but that was excellent freaking defense. So maybe, you know, it was probably best for me not to run it the same way, but I could at least have the 10 on the cloud flats there. And so what I do instead is it's 3rd and 10. And what I do is I just go to stock man coverage. That is just horrible. I mean, that's just such a bad play call, you know, to just go from that to stock man. And then he just hits a little running back route. So, you know, costly mistakes on my part, you know, for sure. And like I said, I never went back to that play, to having 2 curl flats. I should have been going back to that play until he could beat it. And so I'm just kind of running stock man basically and I'm like shading outside and doing all this stuff and I'm getting dotted up. So, I mean, but as you see, this guy's good. I mean, he's really good. He's dotting my soul in. At this point, I think I was like, holy smoke, I have no idea what to do. So I put my zone drops back at 25 on the cloud, on the blues, 5 on the curl flats. And so I'm running like a double Mabel kind of thing, right, on both sides. But this was an excellent game. And I love when people pass the ball too. This was crazy. Crazy defense. That was crazy defense. That was just such good defense, man. To have the 25, right? So, right, I got the cloud flat, 25. I got the 5. And then I'm blitzing this slot corner right here. So the deep zone's going to latch on to him, right? So it was just really good defense. right? He's kind of eyeballing it. He doesn't see my cloud flat. That's, you know, having him to 25, having that cloud flat to 25 is the reason I got that interception. But as soon as he threw it, I know. As soon as he threw it, he probably knew it was picked, right? So it's just one of those things. And then sometimes on offense, I come out and I run stretch just so I can take a look at their defensive abilities. So he has a lot of, you know, pick artists, tip out. You know, his team was not the best, right? It wasn't the most updated team. I think at this time, I think Hendricks was kind of outdated. But my team was also kind of outdated. So I did have the new Carmichael and I had the new Bo Jackson. So those are the, you know, these guys were the reason that I was even staying in the game. And then a costly mistake right here. You know, I'm taking a delay of game. I didn't want to use a timeout. I should have called a timeout. There's 2 minutes left, the second quarter. I can't afford to be down 7 and to take a delay of game. That was a really bad just offense. I was struggling on offense, really is what it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because we played so late. You know, it was like, say it was like 3 a.m. or something, but still it's just my route combos and stuff that just, he was just bagging me is what it was. You know, no excuses, but I'm 2 for 6 right here. And then I had to call a timeout because I picked a punt and I didn't want to punt. So I wasted a timeout for no reason when I could have called a timeout at 3rd and 2. So now I'm just digging myself a hole, basically. So I do the same thing here, right? And then this is my combination. This is my combo right here. Okay, so I'm running almost the same thing I ran last time in the red zone, where I have Kelsey on a post. I have Bo Jackson on the flat route. And what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for Carmichael. Right? And I motion out the running back just to kind of just to mess with his coverage, basically, right? They end up hitting Carmichael. Nice little play, and it keeps me alive. So at this point, I'm just like, man, I've like no idea what to do. But y'all let me know if you're still playing Madden for like still in the year. Because I know a lot of people aren't playing Madden anymore, you know, and it's kind of lame now. It's kind of getting boring now. But here's this, right? I hit him on the run. And then I'm able to pick up some yards. I did make a huge mistake here is I'm wasting way too much clock. Like, if you just pay attention to the clock right here, looking back on it, I'm just wasting way too much time on the clock, man. I should have either spiked it or I should have tried to get out of bounds or something like that. But I'm wasting, there's you know, there's almost 15 seconds right there that I'm wasting, right? And so I see the one-on-one, Carmichael, and I gave him a shot. It was worth a shot, 3rd and inches, and that's okay. As you see, right? So he has deep end zone. I see a lot of pick artists. I don't see a lot of KOs, right? I just see pick artists, and I see, you know, just kind of standard abilities. And so I'm just bagged again. So I throw it away, right? And I end up going for it right here. I want you to see here, the reason I threw this was a little quick play. The reason I threw this is because I looked at his abilities. Where is it? Trying to pull up this free safety abilities. All right, well, I can't pull up his abilities. But anyways. Right, so all I know is this guy doesn't have a KO, so I can throw directly at him. And as long as I just spam A, I'm going to catch it. His user was just a little bit late, so I was going to throw it regardless. And because he didn't have a KO, I was able to catch that. Okay, so that's something you got to keep in mind. Actually, it just popped up right there. So let's see. Oh no. Anyways, but yeah, so it's first down, right? 26 seconds left. I have one timeout, and I'm just trying to get something going. But my route combos, I mean, they're just, these are really bad route combos. These really aren't the best. I don't know what I was doing. So yeah, I end up getting sacked. And then I end up no huddling. So I can choose some clock, and then I just kick a field goal because I get ball at half. Right? So we're going into the half. And I'm struggling to move the ball. So I'm keeping these things in mind. And it's just his D-line is just going crazy. So here we are, right? Third quarter, right? Just hit a nice little drag, right? As long as I'm patient enough, he'll probably back off of that drag. And then, go from there. Right, nice little play to the running back. But I do remember just kind of winging it, right? So I go out here and PA shot seams. And this was one of the mistakes I made right here. So this play right here, this play I saw Young Kiv running this in the tournament. I forget which tournament, but I saw him running this play. This is a great play. So X is supposed to be open. X is the read, because what happens is Kelsey right here. So Kelsey is going to drag this guy down if his zone drops aren't deep enough. Carmichael is going to take this guy, which is going to leave Moore wide open. Okay, so Moore was actually the read on this one. This was a great play, and I just made the wrong read. So I tried to go to a home run, right? I have Moore wide open, and I tried to go Carmichael, and I freeformed. It was a bad freeform. Matty Ice can't make that freeform, and because of that, I'm not able to get there. I should have came back to that play, but I didn't. So I didn't go back to that play, but I had a new route combo. So this is another thing. Whenever you motion over the tight end right here, he's going to turn into a blocker. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to readjust him on a route. So I had to readjust, and then now I have this play right here, okay? So when you motion over the tight end, he's going to turn into a blocker, okay? So you're going to have to, like I said, you're going to have to readjust him and put him on a route. And then you can go from there, and I see him wide open. And so I'm just trying to methodically just move the ball, you know? I don't care about going for bombs. I'm really just trying to I'm trying to work on this pocket. And as you see here, boom. Let's go, man. Nice little play. Nice little play. I saw that Carmichael was open on the last one. It was just a bad free for him. So I figured I'd do the same thing, right? If he's going to stay in cover 4, then I can hit, Carmichael. And that was that new 99 Carmichael at the time. So that was like a week after he just came out. So we're back on defense. Third quarter. But this is a pretty good game, as you see. This is definitely what you would call a high-level chess match. And there is an insane play that I made towards the end of the game that we're gonna go over. But he hits this right here. Great play, man. So my user, I had pretty good user, man. It's just he was just great with his reads, man. It's just, I mean, I was pretty good. I had a pretty good user with usering James, and James was so outdated at this time. So to user James and have a pretty good user, you can't really ask for too much. I knew he was going here on the slant route. So as you see, where is this? Right? So he's motioning over. I know he's basically going to be on some sort of slant route. I do have the mid read on Peppers already here. So I figured as soon as he snaps the ball, I'm just going to sprint over there and get the slant route, which is what I did here. So I sprint over because I know it's a slant route, and then I end up getting that tackle. That was just a great defensive play. It was kind of obvious. The problem is when you're in this position right here, he could definitely clock me from here. He especially being at, what is this, the 46, so he could definitely clock me. And then this was just bad defense. Great offensive play by him. But now he can't clock me. So that's one of the problems. For him, at least, is he could have clocked me. Now he can't clock me. So I'm okay with that. I did miss a tackle, but I wasn't really tripping about it too much because I got 2 minutes left. I have 3 timeouts. I'm up 3. So worst case, I hold him. This is another thing is whenever you're getting closer to the red zone, you need to go back into your zone drops and put them to default. You can't forget to do that. Otherwise, if you play zone, your guys are dropping back and it's free game, right? Missed tackles right here. You see he's trying to run some time down. I end up calling a timeout. He runs the ball again. And then he runs the ball one more time. Gets in. So he played it right. And then this is it. This is for the game. So we got minute 54, 10-14, right? I hit the little running back right here, and I should have gotten out of bounds. That was a huge mistake. I tried to get a couple extra yards, and that was such a big mistake. That is so bad. And as you see, I almost lost the game right there. If I would have got sacked right there, I would have lost the game. So that's just me being a little bit too greedy. Boom, right here, I should have went out of bounds, but instead I'm trying to get a few extra yards, and the clock is still going when I could have just gone out of bounds and think about what I'm going to do. Now I have to hurry things up. I didn't even have a play set, right? Nobody's open. So right here, I should have thrown it away, and that could have been a GG's right there. So just for you guys to learn from that mistake is it's not worth the extra 2 yards. Just if you're in the red zone, yeah, but if you're right here, it's not worth the extra 2 yards. Just go out of bounds. Even if you get a 3-yard pickup, just go out of bounds and stop the clock. But what I do here is I switch to stack, okay, because he kept pressing me. So whenever somebody presses you and you switch to stack, they're not going to be able to press you. So I noticed that, and so I was just kind of switching right here to stack, and I end up hitting that receiver right there. So I go to stack again, so that way he can't press me. He's not playing aggressive, but I'm just coming up with like quick route combos. And as you see, I mean, his adjustments on defense were insane. This is a great defensive player, man. But as you see here, launched it, and then we caught it. The only reason I threw that was because he had Hendricks. Hendricks was outdated at that time, so I knew he probably wasn't going to get there. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just throwing it. And it worked out in my favor, right? But that was funny, especially with Matty Ice throwing it. That was a GG's waiting to happen. So, you got it. Madden gave me some fluke, and I'll take it. So I just had the Texas route. Texas route, out route, nothing. Everything's bagged right there. But this was definitely a shootout. This was a shootout 100%. This was fun. This was a great game. So I come right here. I switch from bunch to tight. And look at this, man. What am I doing here? Right? This is one of my favorite route combos. Right here. You can't see it, but I have Carmichael on a post. I streak the tight end, and then I have him on a drag and the running back going out. So this is one of my favorite route combos to run in tight. Look, I have Bo Jackson open. I have Carmichael wide open right here. So I think I was waiting for B, but I had so many people open that I didn't know who to throw to, and I saw him late. And look how far I'm dropping back. Like that's just bad pocket, bad offensive play. I can't make those reads and expect to win. You just can't make those types of plays and expect to win. So now I got myself in a 3rd and 10. I figured he was going to Carmichael, so I have a slant right there. That worked out in my favor. Mistake on his part. I think he tried to send the house, and I ended up just having a simple slant route. Then this is where it gets fun. Right, 26 seconds left. I only have a timeout. I'm running bench switch. So what I do is I run with it. And then I end up calling a timeout. So I end up calling a timeout, and I'm looking for the end zone right here. Right, so I have this right here. I have Moore right here on the stock route, and I have Carmichael and Kelsey on crossing routes. Sometimes if you have enough time in the pocket, they'll actually just run along this right here. They'll like run along the back of the end zone, and it'd be money. It'd be a money play. So as soon as, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to make something happen right here. I did throw it up to Carmichael, and this is a problem with Madden, is they didn't even let me jump for it. Like that's just not, like, look, he didn't even jump for it, and I'm sitting there like spamming Y, and he jumps for it late. Like that should not be a thing in Madden. So that's just, I don't understand that. At least let me go for the ball, right? But right here, third down, right? I go to stack. And so as you see, I'm looking for Carmichael. I throw it up to Carmichael, and I try to high pass and just see if I can get a lucky play, right? So these are really risky plays. And then this is that same play that I ran last time, right? So this is the same plan, the same play that I ran last time in the red zone. This is, like I said, this is like my go-to money play in the red zone. But I figured he thinks I'm probably going to Kelsey, most likely. He probably knows whenever I'm in trips, there's a post route coming. So 4th and 1, right? Now keep in mind, this is the most insane thing ever. Check out what happens here. I catch it. There's 2 seconds left, and I run out of bounds. That is such a high level Madden play. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not even that good, but that right there was a genius play by me. I ran straight out of bounds because I knew time was ticking. I didn't even look at the clock. I remember specifically running that play. It was so funny looking back on it, because I remember as soon as I caught it, I was like, oh, I need to get out of bounds. And I just happened to get out of bounds with 1 second left. That was just such a great play by me, and fight to live another down, basically. So then we go into the very last play. This is for the game. This right here, for the game. So who am I going to, right? Who do you guys think I'm going to right here? Who do you think I'm going to on the field? Do you think I'm going to Moore? Do you think I'm going to London, Kelsey, Carmichael, Jackson? Who am I going to? If you're smart, you know exactly who I'm going to. But I see him press right here, right? I see him press right here, and this is a route combo I'm going with, right? So I'm going to see if Bo Jackson is there. So I only have 2 reads on the field, and it's either Bo Jackson or Carmichael. So I was actually looking for Carmichael, and I was looking for Kelsey in the middle to kind of distract him. So as you see right here, I look at Bo, and I immediately look at Carmichael, and I'm like, fuck it. And I throw it. Let's go, man. Freeform, crazy freeform. Crazy freeform, man. Just so freaking clutch, man. That was one of the clutchest plays I've ever had. That was such a struggle for me offensively. But that was a great game, man. Shout out to sSickened. He's definitely, I think the only reason I won that game was because I had the better team. That's it. That's the only reason I won that game. But that was great, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And I will be uploading some new stuff soon, man. So love you guys, man. Feels good to be back. Stay tuned. Peace out.